It's a sample database, and it is a sample exercise also given by Snowflake only. I have taken that only, and I'm just explaining you how it is working. So here, what happens? So we need to load data into the table where we have created, and that table contains only one column called as variant. We have seen that. So variant called as vcol, and it is a variant data type. Okay, so this is where you are seeing here. Okay, this is the one. Now we have created a stage. So just we have mentioned a URL only, but in real time, definitely we need to mention the security also. So how the keys have been, the security has been either by keys or either by any certificate. We need to provide that. Okay, for the stages. So then, whenever we are accessing the stage, we have to provide this credentials, and then only we can access. So it is secured, right? But for our demo here, Snowflake is providing us this lab. You can just read it, Snowflake Workshop Lab. So that is the name of the bucket. So there they have given this file, okay, for loading. Then we have listed, and we have copied. Copy into command, very simple. Copy into command, it is going to. Okay. So I have created some other things also. Let me show you. So how I have done this. Right. So first I will drop these tables. You see, when I go to weather, I just refresh the weather, go inside, go to public. So I have 3 tables there, right? So I don't want those 3 tables to be created now. So I just drop table. So let me drop this table. Okay. Similarly, let me drop this table also. Fine. Right. So now the next thing is, so we are going to create one more stage, which is been pointing out to a S3 bucket again. So this is, you see that it is called as city bike trips. So earlier we created a stage which was called as something like weather NYC. Weather NYC. So the weather data is a huge data where it is being collected for many, almost all the bigger cities of US. And only the New York City weather we have taken, and we are putting it here in this particular stage. So that is that we have taken already into that one. So if you are having one stage, we need to understand what is a stage. A stage is a location in one cloud service. That's all. So this is an external stage, and we are having a name. We are having some files under that bucket. So bucket folders files. So it's having a hierarchy like in S3. So in S3 we define this information over there. So that has to be created priorly, right? So we should have created, someone else should have created this S3 and a bucket, and inside that bucket they have created folders, right? And that is mentioned as a stage for us here. Okay. So it should exist before you define a stage. The stage should exist. That storage area should exist. So I just create a stage here. Okay. So stage is already created. So it is giving me a error. Let me list this. So I'm listing it here. You can see that it just 376 rows. So that much of files are available. You can see that much of individual files are available. So .gs. So we know that gzip is the default compression method for Snowflake. So we already have this gzip. So it is easier for Snowflake to uncompress and load the data over here. Okay, so that is how it is going to take place. So we have done it already. So this we have defined everywhere, right? Previously. Now, when you want to load data into a table, just we have to use this copy command. So how the copy command is functioning, right? How the copy command is functioning. So let me show that also to you. So where we have, so I have opened.
So Murli, bit confused. Sorry. So we have the URL, the stage place where you have mentioned the URL, right? So that is the place where the sample files are placed, or the Snowflake workshop lab means like they already have a pre sample files over there.
That's it.
The city bike trips. So those are the sample files. Those are already present in that location of AWS storage.
Yes, yes.
Okay, they're already
It
present.
is, yeah, it is something like, for example, S3 Snowflake Workshop Lab is a drive. We just imagine like it is a drive, D colon,
Okay.
D
Okay.
colon, for example.
Uh-huh.
In a huge hard disk.
Okay.
Huge hard disk, it is kind of a drive. So for example, it is D colon. So D colon slash this city bike trips. This is a folder.
Okay, got it. Now I got it. Yeah.
This I am defining, this location, I am giving a name.
Okay.
For this location, I am giving a name. So that name is this one, city bike underscore trips. This is the name.
Okay.
Right.
We are just
So imagine,
accessing them.
yes.
Okay.
S3 buckets are like drives. Inside that, you can create multiple folders.
Okay.
You can use them as a drive. Okay. How you are using a local hard disk, like that you can use. So you can create multiple folders. You can put any kind of data over there, any kind of over there, and you can provide security also. That's it. That is what S3 is used for.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Is one thing. Yes. So it is being created by someone else. So Snowflake is giving us some sample files. That's it. It has to be created by someone else. So Snowflake provides us this.
And we are just accessing them and using them.
Yes, we are accessing them. So after this, I will show you how to create a staging file also. So we are going to do that in the next exercise. So I will create one staging there, storage there, S3 storage. Then I will show you how we are going to access. That is one thing.
Sure, thank you.
So just you go to. Let me go here. Let me just check it. I was showing you this SQL command reference earlier to you. Right. So all commands, I'll just move over there. Okay. So here you can see create. So create stages. So create stages will give you internal or external stage. Both of them the same command only. Creating stage. So internal stage, you see that it can be stored internally in the Snowflake. Okay, you can create a temporary or permanent stage. Temporary, permanent, these two can be available for tables also. So you can create a temporary table. So what happens when you create a temporary table? The temporary table will be closed and removed, that is deleted automatically when you finish that session. So it is something like a cursor or something we use in databases. So it will be used, it will occupy some space and all, definitely. Then once you close that session, once the process is over for that session, it will be removed. Okay, that is what temporary table is about. Similarly, temporary stages. So I don't want to keep this stage forever. So I'm going to use it for just one time only. Means we can create a temporary stage, right? So that is one thing we are having. Similarly, copy into table. This is what I want to show you. So we have related commands. Na? So I told you already, once you learn these commands, every command, what it is doing, you don't need to remember everything. Just you learn, just you go through them. That is enough actually. I also won't remember. Even I am working on databases for a long time, but I'm not good in all the syntaxes. I will forget most of the time. So I'm not recommending you to memorize this or something like, but you should know that these are the commands available and what these commands are capable of. So these things we have to definitely. So you see that one of the different type of command is put command. Okay, I will be seeing the put command now, but before that we will see copy into table. So you see that we have copy into table. It is copying data into a table. That is what we have used here. You see that? That is what we have used here. Copy into trips. Trips is the name of the table. From if you are providing a prefix at ampersand symbol, I'm sorry, the at the rate of symbol, that means that it is a stage. So we are defining a stage. So copy into a table name from a stage. So that is what we are doing it here. So let me go into this copy into. So you see that you have several options available. There are, okay, see that? So copy into a table name. So you namespace is optional when you want to spell from where. So you can have three options there: from internal stage, from external stage, or from external location. So inside that location, whatever data you have given, so those data can be taken and given there. And what pattern it is about, so which pattern of files to be taken, what are the specific file names you have, and which file format you need to use. If you are not mentioning file format, by default it will take it as a CSV file. CSV is the default one. So if you want to fetch data from any one of this format, JSON, Avro, and XML, other things, so we have to mention them. Right? So that is one thing about. Then validation mode. So in the validation, whether you want how to handle the errors available there, whether you want to return all the rows which is having error, or a few number of rows is enough or something. Okay, that's it. This is what a standard data load is about. So now if you see that data load with transformation, what you do is you can query the stages. You see, it's a very, very, very useful one. You create a stage and it is a it's a file only. Okay, so what's the difference between stage and table? Stages are just files. Stages are stored as files only. Okay, tables are in this relational table format. Okay, that's the main difference between these two. So you can query these stages also, even though you are loading files only. While you mention the file format, Snowflake can easily access, and it can you can execute a query upon them, right? Okay. So you see that select so the alias name and column name. So you are giving over there from any one of the stage, internal or external stage, both stages you can query. So you select only a few columns from, you may have hundreds of columns in your source files. I want only a few columns from them. So that can be selected and given. It need not to be copied. Everything should be copied into Snowflake, and whichever you don't want, you can remove again. So not required. Okay. So that is one very nice option. Select from the select statement you are giving it. Okay. Rest of them are same. files pattern, file format, these are all same. Okay. So
Yeah,
where we are. Yes.
Murali, one question. Can you go up a bit up?
Yes. Tell me, please.
That syntax, can you go? Yeah. Here they are showing files, right? If you have 10 to 15 files, we need to give the 10 to 15 names, or is there any parameterization available? Here, copy into select star from something is there, right? There we are specifying the file names.
No, if we yes, you are right. You are right. Yes, we have to specify the file name. Let me come over here. See that if I am creating copy into and this one city bike trips, correct?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not mentioning any file name from here. Okay. So you see that what is available in this city bike trips. So these are the files available.
Okay. Yeah.
See, these are the files available.
Yeah. So here we are taking all the files in the city bike trip.
Exactly.
So if I want 15 to 20 files from that, we need to specify 20 names or any row number we can mention.
No, we have to specify the file name. Files are
Okay,
about
20
the
file names we have to specify. Okay, we need to copy and paste all the file names.
Yes, file names. Then we have this pattern also. You see that? I'll just go one by one. I was showing another thing. Let me just finish it and come back over here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just show you. So what? Okay, this is the option. You see that?
Yeah.
So when you are using files, a pattern also will be used. So you can create a pattern like this. You see that? So we have they have given. You see, when you are having file names, you need to specify all the file names over there. Right? Maximum 1000 files can be specified. So you need to specify it separately. So you may have some other list command is there na, in your source database, something your OS or something like. So where you can list out all the name of these files and that you can provide it over here if you have more number of files to be mentioned.
Okay.
That is the way you need to do. So because Snowflake is not providing anything, but we have, you see that we have a pattern. So the pattern will be filtering your file names.
Okay.
So you can give, for example, EMP. It starts with EMP. EMP star dot star. If you are providing, it will take only those files. Or if you have any date format or anything else you have given, you can give this pattern over there. So that will help you to. That is what one thing available. Other than that, you need to specify the name of the files.
Okay.
Provides pattern.
Okay.
Fine. That's what I want to show you. So copy into command, just to take a look on that one. You see that which are all essential is we need to specify the name of the table and where it is being taken from. Rest of the things are optional only. File names, pattern, file format is also optional if you are using CSV. Other than that, we have to provide that. Right? So you see that whenever you are specifying a location, you see whenever you specify S3 bucket, you see S3 colon / bucket / the path. If you don't have any path, that means if you don't have any additional subfolders, it is not required to do it, right? For example, if you are storing the data in, for example, D drive itself, you don't mention D colon / any folder name, D colon / file name, that is enough. So similar to that they have given. And this one, you take a look on this one, you see credentials. You have to mention the credentials. So when you are creating the stage, when you are creating a stage, if there are any credentials there, we have to mention that credentials also. So credentials should be get from the AWS side. So whoever working on AWS, so those people has to AWS developer should give you the credentials for that particular bucket, what they have created for, right? So you can use two type of credentials. One, you can use a key, and otherwise you can use any token also. So you can provide a token over there with apart from this key. Okay. Or you can have a role. So in which role you are connecting with. So this role might have access. They have given full access to this role. So without anything, you can go and access them, right? So you need to provide the username, password, something like that. Then what type of encryption you are using for? So you have some 4 types of encryption available there. So for encryption also, so we need to provide the key value and you have to get it done. Okay. So I will explain you a little bit about S3, right? Just a S3 alone later on, so that you can understand how these things are happening. And for Google storage, it is simple. So you provide the key value. That's all. It's not other things are required. And similarly here also, credentials are stored as key value or token. In Azure also, it is been given in that manner, right? Format type options. So you can specify this format type. What is the compression mode, record delimited? We have seen that already. So we have seen while we are creating in web user interface, we have seen all these options are available. So we understand that one. Okay. Right. So these are the required parameters: table name and from which path. That is what the required parameters. Okay. Fine. That's into. So this is the. These are the some small examples of how you can get data into a table. Okay. Fine. I hope it helps with you. That's it. So most of the time, whenever you need to copy data into a table from a stage, we need to mention the stage name properly. You can see that here, just to take a look on this, percentage is available there, and ampersand tilde is available. So percentage gives you your user from this user and from this table stage. Okay. 2 type of internal stages there, right? You can have 3 type of stages: named stage, the user stage, table stage. Okay. Hope you know that we have covered it already. So that is the way it is going to come up. So this is what the list you have seen. Now what we do is we're going to copy from the city bike trips. So let me just execute this. Okay, so I'm sorry, I have not created the table. I just removed the table. You see that even if you are not dropping the table, you have a command here, create or replace. So if it is available, the table name, it is getting replaced. So you should be careful about using this command. So the create or replace command will drop the table if it is already existing, right? So be careful about using that. That's it. It's been created. So once you create, so I'm just going to copy it from there. So the CSV format already I have created earlier, right? That I'm using it. So one file format you use for multiple copy commands. It is taking time. It is taking a lot of time based on your location, your where you are connecting from. Okay, so it is taking 376 rows, 21.17, right, seconds totally. So you can see how much compilation time it is taking, 96 milliseconds only, but execution it's taking more time. So executing the warehouse finally 18.9 seconds you are seeing. So that is what the actual execution time which is taken by the query. Okay. So 18.9 seconds, nearly 20 seconds it takes to get the data from this external stage. It is loading 376 files together. Okay. Let me see how much data it has been loaded. You see that these are the number of rows loaded from here. These are the number of rows loaded. Okay. So let me just check that how much rows we have loaded totally. So I have to put something like select count star from trips. So a simple command I'm executing, and you see that this is the count we have. This is the count we have. 61 million. Is that right? 61 million records. 468359. Yes. 1 million records have been loaded into Snowflake from external stage within 20 seconds. Okay, so that's quite good performance we are seeing here, right? So if I am connecting with the trips table and just a limit for 100, so you don't put definitely don't put select star from trips directly. 61 million records, it take a lot of time, and it will be consuming your credit also. Most of that your credits will be consumed, right? So this is how your data looks like. It's a normal relational table, right? It's not a JSON or any other semi-structured data. So it's a normal relational table. We are having it. So now what happens? We can create from the trips. I am creating one kind of hourly wise data I'm taking. So each hour, how many trips happened, and what is the average trip duration in minutes wise, and average distance. Okay, and we are using one geospatial functions. In the geospatial functions, you can just find out the distance between two locations in our Earth, in the distance between two locations by just mentioning the latitude and longitude of the start and end station. Right? So that is what you see, that start station latitude. These are all available here. This start station latitude, end station latitude. These are all you can see here. These are all column names in that table. Okay, so that's how we are creating. So I just run this one, so you can see that. So 1.3 seconds, 44,000 something rows are taken. It is taking a grouping by this date and ordering by them and giving you the average. Two averages and one count has been calculated. So you can see that how it is. So this is what the advantage and use. So you are querying multiple millions of rows in just a few seconds. You are doing it, right? In a similar manner, so I can create something else also here. Okay. So what I have done is just to take a look on this. In this query, I am creating table called number trips, num trips, right? Which I take data from this query. So select weather as conditions, count of the number of trips from trips, like that I am putting it over here. Right? So this I am selecting from these two tables together. I'm having two tables. You see that one I am having this number of trips, and another one I am having the view. I'm joining the view and a table. This view has been created from JSON data. Okay. The actual table for the JSON data is having only one column called as variant, right? The variant data type. So I create a table with variant data type, load data, JSON data into that one, then created a view from that one, and we have created one more table, a normal relational table, and load data, huge number of data, and I'm going to join the view created from semi-structure and a table which is created using the structured data. You see that how simple these things are happening. So that is what the demo we need to do here. And you just verify over this. See. That's it. So they are going to show you in which conditions how many trips have been taken. So if the weather is clear, obviously we are going to take more trips, definitely. So how much it is affecting, we can create a graph after this. I'll show you that also. So we can go to Tableau or Power BI, any one of them. So which they have readily connecting. Both Tableau and Power BI is having connectors already for Snowflake. Okay, you don't need to worry about the connecting of data. So very simply, you can connect them. And I will show you that how this data has been used for analysis purpose, how it has to be created as an analytical report kind of thing, right? So that you will see that later on. So I think you understand how this has been done, right? Then one more thing is about, this is how we are taking data from staging, right? One of the thing is, so far we have used two exercises. Both exercises are using S3 stage only. Whatever your external stages, it is very similar, same kind of procedure only. You have to mention the URL. The URL may define a AWS storage, Azure storage, or anything else. So no difference. Which URL you are specifying, it's going to take data from that. So I will show you tomorrow about how to create a storage and how we can use them, right? In a small manner, we will do that one. And another thing is, apart from this external storage, we have one more thing, local storage. That is, you are going to take data from your local systems. So where the client is operating from. For example, I am working from my laptop. So from my laptop, if I have some files into my laptop, so how I can load them, right? So in real time, it converts into your local location. Okay, it is not required your data should be in your local system. It is in your on premises, right? Maybe in your file server or something like that. So how you can take the data from a folder, either it may be a Windows folder or it may be Linux or any other thing. So how you can get the data from there and load it into that one, right? So this copy into command, you see that copy into from the stage you are mentioning. So you cannot mention a stage like this. Okay, a stage can be only any one of these cloud services. No? So when you want to take data from a local system, so it is not possible to take it using the copy into command. Okay, so let us take a look again here. You see that we have done with the copy into command here. Okay, so the copy into command is let me go here. So we have created we have chosen this copy into command from some other window over here. Okay, copy into location, it's been created. So it is going to give you some other. So let me just select it. We have taken it from create table, right? So I just want to show it from that location. That's why I'm going there. So when you go for this create table, so the create table, this is where we have. So you see that how the help menu is very useful. So you can find out what you want exactly. Snowflake is having an excellent way of documentation. So you can. I'm sorry, it is not. I just want to show. Okay, copy into. That is what I just want to show you. Just I want to show you the same page. That's all. It's nothing more than that. See, we have taken from here only this copy into, we have taken from here. So what do you see here? You see named internal stage files can be staged using the put command. So what is this put command is used for? Named external stage reference an external storage, that is the cloud storages. So external storage might be cloud storage only. So then how you will take data from your local file systems? Here these external stages are mentioning as the cloud services, right? Or your internal stage, which is in Snowflake. But how you can take from any local file system? So that is where this put command is coming from. Okay. So when you go to the put command, this put command can be executed. Put, get, these are all can be executed only from a client machine. Right? That means that it can be executed. It cannot be executed in the web user interface. So that is one thing we can see, right? Because if you are executing from a web user interface, you are executing a copy into from stage. What happens? The stages has to be defined, and the stages should be accessible. If you are having a local file folder, for example, my laptop, how the Snowflake can find out my laptop, how it can reach my laptop. Okay, so it is not publicly shared. My laptop is. So they have some restrictions about using this put command. The put command can be executed only from your client side, right? That is from your client system. So what is required for executing this file is you can use Python, any other scripting to execute this command. Not only executing this command, any of this SQL command, anything, any kind of loading, unloading, or management can be done using this scripting also. Just you are executing the query using the script. That's it. Okay, that is one thing. Another thing is you can use a client tool that is called as SnowSQL. Okay, we need to get a SnowSQL. So how to get a SnowSQL? You just go here, go to help and download, right? So if you click there, download, so it will take you to this window, right? So have a look on this window. So you can have a CLI command line interface called SnowSQL. So you can go to Snowflake repository, Linux, Windows, Macs. So GPG public key, this is not required for us. So we can go over here and we have to select this bootstrap under 1.2 Windows. So these are all 64-bit only. So if you have 86, you can take that also, right? x86 641. So we have, these are the versions available. So you can go to the latest version and you can download it. Okay. So I am just downloading now, just for you. I am just downloading it. That's it, right? So once downloaded, you run this file if you are using Windows. I'm not sure what OS you are using. So you can use Linux also if you want. You can take the Linux also. Okay. So that's the way to go. So this is how you are downloading your SnowSQL. So once the SnowSQL is downloaded, you run it. It's a very simple and very straightforward installation, right? You don't need to worry about much things. Just you click and you install. So once it is installed, you need to configure them. Okay, I will show you that. So tomorrow I will show you how to install and how to configure. Okay, configuration is a small part, but that is very important. So we just get this done. Okay. Then you can have, you see, Python components, JDBC, ODBC drivers. So these are also available here. Python components you don't need to install from here. You have to run the command using Python.